So we thought it was a good time to kind of pause and reflect a little bit about the games and see how we're doing.
This is why we have the rules that we do. This is why we have the guidelines that we have, is to ensure that those spaces are very clear, but that they also have spaces where they can freely express themselves and the messages that they want to share with the world. And I believe we've been able to do that. My conversation with Vladyslav and his dad, Michael, yesterday was a very good conversation, a very respectful conversation. And, you know, it was a time really for me and him to speak as athletes. And that was really important for me, I think for him. And I shared with him yesterday, again, how the process went about. And for me, I felt that I was the best person to do that because I was leading the athlete community. So I could share both sides, right? Where athletes wanted to have space, but also where they want to be protected. And I think that he, in some ways, understood that, but was very committed to his beliefs, which I can respect, right? But sadly, it doesn't change the rules. And the rules were that for certain spaces, the field of play, the ceremonies, the Olympic Village should be spaces where athletes are safe from both sides, and where there is just no messaging of any kind, so that it's fair and so athletes can just focus on competition. We ended up where we ended up, and again, I can only, like I said to Vladyslav yesterday, thank you for taking the time to talk with me. You know, it was appreciated. I again offered him that same thing, we can do that. That's allowed. You're allowed to take your helmet into the press conferences. We could have your helmet waiting as soon as you were finished your run. So those were all explained. On the Israeli athlete, the team, I shared with those things the concerns. I was not aware of that, and the team is reviewing it now. So that we'd have to come back to you with more information, or if Mark has any, but I don't have any updated information on that. I don't think it's ever really been a question around his messaging. It was where the message was happening. And, you know, the emotions coming out, he's an athlete. I wanted to see him compete, right? And sadly, we weren't able to get that to happen.